You're live.
You're live, so you must be in back for
that. Okay, so here we are on the Drone Racing Live, and here we go. Okay, and
what? I just want to say I'm Richard.
Oh, I'm Harry. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so and 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to the Drone Racing Show, and like I said, I'm Richard, and I am Harry. So thanks very much for tuning in on this special day. And yes, we'll move the camera over there and get started.
Yeah. So what are we doing? We are
going
fixing. We're doing a bit of fixing, a bit of repairing because a conundrum happened on the last live stream, and we in fact crashed the 3D printed plane.
Yes,
on takeoff.
On maiden flight.
I don't know if it was entirely our fault. I think maybe a bit too much thrust on the propeller.
Yeah, so, you punched the maximum, didn't you?
So, yeah, I did. I did not do anything to without going for it.
Without going for it. So there you go. So that was the lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going over here, and then we're going to have a look to see what we're up to. Here we are in the workshop. There you go. Plug you in here. Get you all ready, so you can see what's going on.
Yep, now we line up for.
How we're looking.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
So bad?
Yeah. So we're actually doing quite a lot of things at the same time.
Yes. Hey, there you go. There is. Okay. About there? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
About there.
Okay, so you'll notice behind us the K2 Plus combo with the CFS is back in action, doing some things for the episodes in the future.
So coming up, that's what it's making. Making it around the clock. So there you go.
Yeah.
But so we do give them a break, and then we'll slap it back on again for another one. So yeah, I think at the moment it's doing 11-hour print.
Yeah, nearly 12-hour print.
12-hour print. So it's not a big one. If you're new to 3D printing, you would think, oh, that's not that long,
or you might go, oh, that's very, very long. Well, actually, that's
a small one.
That's quite small.
There's another one maybe in a couple of then the third print from now I think goes for 2 days. There you go. Non-stop around the clock. So there you go.
No pauses, no breaks.
So there you go. Yes. So what have we been doing with the Micro Talon, which is just over here?
We just paused it. We just did nothing. We just left it because that was what was requested of us.
Yes.
So after the catastrophic failure of whacking into the ground,
maiden flight.
Yes. Probably predominantly caused by moi. Yep. So the cause result is we're going to repair it. So that's okay. It can be done.
There you go. And how many pieces? I maybe I should you can kind of see what's happened to it.
There you go.
There you go. You can kind of see. Okay, so how many pieces have we just broken apart?
Well, ironically, the entire back end is fine.
The great tail.
Except for the fact that it's not attached to the fuselage, which we'll need to fix.
There you go. And
there's a little flap here that needs to be fixed.
Just a hatch.
That's fine because the hatch is here, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. It just needs to be glued back on.
Yep.
Yeah. So where it gets a little dicey is there's a monster crack through here. If you probably, I don't know if you can see it through camera, and I don't know if we can really move it around, but
there's a crack. Oh, you can see that crack. You can see this crack. That one there. That's a nice one. So we will need to take replace that one. And there's also a crack here, which is one that has made a bit of a bend in there.
Okay, so how are we going to repair it, Harry?
And so, also the tail, the wing over that side. You'll notice that it's not attached. Have you guys checked the fuselage in TPU? Have you guys? Oh, you made images. We did have a look at it. It was a great idea.
Yeah,
but this one isn't.
This is just
5%.
5%.
Yes.
PLA lightweight.
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the right word, but yeah, lightweight.
Yeah, we checked that out. It was cool.
Yeah, it was badass.
It was a great idea. Just going ding, 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 is the idea.
They make it a lot. We got to take a lot of hits.
Yeah. Maybe we could do that on the Mark II version, then, if you wanted to see a Mark II version.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good idea. It's a great idea.
It is a great idea. I mean, we make GoPro mounts out of them.
So why not planes out of them?
Yeah.
And if you had the I think if you had the infill really thin, it would be like a wobbly plane. It'd be like an oscillation.
There you go. You wouldn't want that. But it would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
A rubber plane.
Rubber plane.
Yeah.
Ever heard of a rubber tree?
Rubber tree, yes.
Okay, so what we've got is after that thing or crash, we printed out 2 more of these. I think they're called Wing 2s, which come. That's all STLs. So we just reprinted them, and then you got to mirror them. So I think they set on the build plate like that, and they just printed up like that.
How long did that take, you reckon? I think it was just like all day.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad. Yeah,
so they're going to go back on there and there.
And then I guess we probably need to do a new print or something like that. A new paint apparatus application to flow that in after the paint has dried. But yeah, there you go. So that's kind of what we're thinking of doing on this reprint.
And maybe
this rebuild.
And maybe the
somebody suggested I'm not sure who actually suggested, but it was a great thought. What about on the maiden on the last one, that maybe the VTX might get a little warm?
And it definitely did.
It did get a little bit warm, and we don't want to cook it, so maybe we'll cut a hole
inside
on the fuselage, like another hole.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't need any more holes, it will cut another one. There you go.
More holes the better, right?
Yes. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we appreciate it.
Yeah. So if you got any comments or just join in, and
any suggestions? That's pretty nonchalant. Yeah. And it's kind
pretty
of
low key.
Yeah.
And also, if you've got any ideas of what other things we could do on live stream, feel free to check them in whenever you.
If you want to see something special.
Yeah, or specific, or
or
if you had an STL file that you wanted to donate, like this one. This was donated.
This one was donated by RC Geek 87. So we appreciate it.
That's right. You can check out the links for him below on his channel.
Yes.
And maybe we'll
make it.
Make it and join it on live stream so everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you want to start?
I think what we do is we take off. Since that wingtip's taken off, we'll take the wingtip off that guy. Maybe take the servo out of them, and then we'll just uncouple that, and then we'll get into putting them back together. So it's all about.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Sounds good.
You got to start somewhere. Yeah.
And this guy over here, how's he going? He is going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's going good.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I can use that. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's just doing its thing. It's doing its thing. So, what are you going to start with?
So this is the Aron.
Oh, yeah, Aron. There you go.
Nothing wrong with that one.
It's still intact. The linkages are A-OK. So that's good. That'll go back in.
Okay, I need to get the servo out.
Do you need a screwdriver or something, like a flathead? Maybe, what do you reckon, a craft knife? What do you reckon?
I got a craft knife.
You got a craft?
Yeah. You want to know what I'm doing, just taking that servo out there, since there's nothing wrong with it. I'll reuse it. Right?
There you go. So that's the wingtip that we happen to take off. And we'll just take this apart and put it back together.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? You're just going to cut it?
That's what I was thinking. What do you reckon?
Does it have a spar on that one?
Don't think so, no. No, I don't think so. I don't remember a spar. And hopefully you guys all had a great week this week. Looking good. Cheers. How long did it take to print? Not very long.
We printed this on the Ender 3 when we're working on other jobs like the
Ender 3. Yeah. This guy here.
That guy.
And
Harry's left shoulder.
No, he just did it. And how long did he take?
About a week and a half, on and off.
But we weren't printing him around the clock. Just like the guy behind us, the K2, he's going around the clock.
Yeah.
On another project.
But
so
also,
not very long.
Also, if you'd use the K1, which is there.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, you can see him, yeah.
It would be a lot faster. So
probably a quarter of the week.
but we are using them for other builds at the time. So
there you go. But the yeah, it's designed when Titan Dynamics designed the Micro Talon, it was designed to fit on a build size of 220 by 220 by 250. So into 3, here we come.
Yeah,
which is good. It's a good design.
Yeah, and it's got a common printer, right, for that size.
Yeah,
rather than like too big.
Have you ever made a 3D printed plane there? No name. It's a great name, but no name.
Very non-specific name. Right?
Yes.
But yeah, we've repaired these type things before.
This is not the first 3D printer that we've made on the channel. Interesting, I have not. But I have got into FPV drones and tiny whoops. All right, nice. Very cool. And welcome aboard, and you're having fun. That's the main thing. Oh, it's addicting. Excellent. Yes, it's very cool. Very cool. We're not complaining.
Yeah.
Yes. So
which tiny whoop do we have? I think we've got the MARVLE 7.
MARVLE 7. Yes. Which one do you have?
Yeah.
It's doing in the background. It's doing a change of filament color. It's a multi-printer. The ES75. Nice. Very cool.
The second one. Nice. Well done.
Very cool. Very good. So, yeah, no, we've you've only made one little tiny whoop, but he's featured on Livestream, and we've done some racing with him, and that's just a cool guy. I guess we don't really do simulator that much. We'll practice a trick or something like that with the tiny whoop, and then do it on the real one, on the bigger one. You know, it is a real one. You know,
whether it's a semi lifter or
like
5 inch
or
whatever.
Yeah. Which is good because simulators are good, but they don't have that. They don't have the real life consequences like wind and other factors like that. Yeah. So it's not quite the same. But yes, this is coming apart. It's just taking a little bit longer. I was going to think it was. Yeah. So we have to take it apart to put it back together. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get it rebuilt, and then we could just go for its true maiden flight. We did get a lot of advice over the week, so we appreciate that on things that we could improve for the maiden flight for the next one.
We did it live last time, didn't we?
Yes, we did do it live, if you haven't seen it. And some of the great suggestions were, what were they? They were maybe less throttle on takeoff. I think Richard had it maxed out, causing a bit of counter rotation in the propeller. So then it caused it to rotate to the left, I think.
Left, yeah, rotate to the left violently.
Violently into the left, and then into the ground, which is not really what you want on a maiden flight, especially when you're doing a live stream. But these things happen, you know. So it'll go right next time.
It's always next time.
How far do you fly this drone or drones in general? You'll stream your flights? Yes. We'll stream this guy's flight. There was the maiden flight last week. We attempt, and we'll endeavor to stream this guy for sure.
Yeah.
And other we've got another 3D printed plane. And what was that shoot? What was it shoot, son? Yeah, and other projects that we've got going as well, for sure. Make things interesting, keep things interesting for people.
And then we also did different other ones, didn't we? Like drone versus chasing plane.
Yep.
It was a Tiger one. I think we streamed that live. And we did drones and with kites.
Yeah. Something different.
Yeah. So we've done some different things every time.
Yeah. But yeah. And episodes this week. What was the episode this week, Richard?
You see, he subscribed. Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, cheers. Very nice. Thanks.
And episode this week was the 3D printed autonomous long-range powerboat series.
Yeah.
That's a long title, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we got to work on our titles. But, yes, that was.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's a power boat, and we made it.
I can grab it.
It's
Just
still
off
work in
camera.
progress.
It's still work in progress. So we're up to putting the Audi boat electronics into it. Yeah, still configuring that, but that'll be featuring on the show shortly. There he is. That's what the guy was this week. And yeah, the rudder and the propeller, ESCs, and oh, yeah, we did do something on this guy this week. We connected the water cooling ESC unit.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's something that we haven't shown anyone. So there you go. Something exclusive to Livestream. There you go. So yeah, it's coming together. It'll be quite an interesting one. We aim to put that one quite far out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to push the limits.
But to do it,
well, that's quite a rig. Cheers. It's all 3D printed. Thanks so much. Yes. Yeah, fully 3D printed. I think somebody said once. There you go.
fully 3D.
Yes.
But not the motor. That's not 3D.
No, the motor's not 3D printed, and the electronic.
Yes. But yeah, it's cool. A tool like any other 3D printer.
Yeah, it's very useful. Very cool.
It's actually quite hard to get.
Yeah, no, the glue's really making things a little bit harder than I thought. What material, like strong plastic? What material? Oh, for the boat, strong plastic or something. Yes, we used PLA, PLA Plus, or we call it PLA Pro over here, and PETG for some, like the motor mount, that needed to be 100% infill on that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, 3D printed material for that guy. Yes. Yes. But we don't always do just 3D printing as well. We do other stuff, but it is a useful tool. It's kind of like a hammer. So we're quite liking our 3D printing.
Yeah. And also you can custom design stuff. So
yeah, it makes
so hence the reason why that one came about, right? Yes.
So he took about to design him. We took about print him on and off and doing other projects. About 6 months working on that guy. But I think it came out quite nice. Hopefully you like it. Yeah. How's yours going? Mine's taking ages. Oh, hang on. Yeah. I got it.
Well done.
There was a bit of there was a rod in there. I forgot I put that one in. It's okay, I didn't cut them. It's all good. Good in the hood, as they say. Look at that. I forgot I put that in. There you go. So we've been taking this guy out and putting him in there. That's the one we wanted in. Okay. Where's that? I'm sure it flies. There you go. So this particular material, if you want to know, is known as PLA lightweight. It's a smaller compound, lighter, and it's more efficient as well.
Yeah, you don't have to change any settings on the printer. Just whack it out and it does it.
Yep. Pretty cool. That's very cool. But yes, this will fly. That's the objective. We will fly it again. And he is not the first 3D printed plane that we've made on the channel.
No, he is not. Not by a long shot. You won't be the last, either.
No.
The other one that we made relatively recently was the Tornado, which is a dual prop plane.
Yeah. I'll go and bring him over here.
Which is another plane design from Total Dynamics. Yeah, they were quite a good design, so we thought we'd got to start somewhere, so why not start with that? So yeah, that's had its first maiden flight, and we're just working through Audi Pilot and getting it under, getting it all sorted and things like that. But it goes. It's gone. It's done 2 flights, 2 maiden flights. First time was with PWM with no inputs, and the second time was with a flight control. So it's all good.
And this particular one is a twin motor in the front. You can see that, and 7-inch motors.
So yeah, so that's got a long range setup as well.
Long
It's
range
got,
setup.
both of these have got long range setup. This is the Easy UHF, and Harry's has got the Easy UHF as well. So yeah.
What size range?
So it's sort of got a capacity range of around 70 plus kilometers, something like that, give or take. And it's the size of that is awesome. Is that one 3D printed as well? Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, another lightweight filament for that one. Yeah.
But
That one took a little bit longer. It took around sort of 3 weeks to print that one out.
And that was what were the episodes on the channel for that one as well?
Yeah.
Or the series or whatever. The build series. Oh, so you put a heart. Cheers. Thanks. Do you print the parts individually and piece them together? Yes. Yes. So oh, here's an example. So this is the replacement pieces that I'll bring up. Yep. So these are replacement pieces for the wing.
This one.
Yeah,
the
the part that we just we broke, so we got to fix. So we printed them like that on the printer. Yeah, just like two together, and then the machine prints it, and then voila! It's kind of cool, very cool. Yeah. Oh, I need to check out the videos on the channel. Cheers. Oh, thanks, man. We're actually looking at making a new episode on that one. Yeah, thinking of a new idea for that guy.
Also, yeah,
it's always great.
So those are someone else's design. So that was good of them to make those exist. So that taught us to be able to design what we're gonna be designing in the future. So it helped out with the design, the concept of what for the 3D printed boat that we showed you earlier, the power boat.
Yes.
And then we've got some new interesting flying devices, flying machines coming
soon. And there you go. We're telling you quite a lot of information. This live stream. RC Aviation says, I would love to fly FPV. Yes, you're more than welcome. And we do quite like it. We do fly line of sight as well for some of our other planes and jets and other things we've got strapped to the ceiling. But it was one of those things where when we were years and years ago when we were at school, we said, what do we want to do? And we wanted to put cameras in our drones and fly from there. So it's nice that years later they exist now. So that's cool. FPV is awesome, says No Name. Oh, yes, it's highly recommended. Oh, yes, absolutely. It's very cool. And yeah, it's cool. We use mainly analog FPV. We used to use digital, but that was a long time ago. So yeah, we just
rock out the old analog.
Rock out.
So we're set up for it. So yeah,
you can also get a lot of range out of analog too.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. You're starting to get kind of the penetration range that analog, that digital is catching up to.
Yeah,
now,
which is good.
Which is great. It's great to see that it's coming along. Oh, I don't know why my name is No Name on here. That's cool. You know, it's a surprise. Why not? Yes, RC Aviation is looking for some gear, FPV gear. Yeah, nice. Oh, USA says, oh, hi. Cheers. Thanks so much for tuning in again. Cheers. We appreciate it, brother. And yes, we're just putting these guys apart to put some new ones together. Give it a dent. Hopefully.
Not a dent at the top of the case. Hopefully it's okay.
There's this little part here. There's a little part here, so I might have to make it. A little carbon might have got snapped in the plane when we crashed. Mr. Happy says, hi guys, what controller do you have? I assume you're talking about the flight controller. We have no flight controller on this particular aircraft, but there will be in the future. But that is a surprise because we'll be using a different kind of flight controller that you might not have seen before. But that'll be coming up on the channel. This particular one will be running as PWM setup. For the people that don't know what PWM setup is, it's just straight into the receiver, and we'll just rock it that way for this maiden flight attempt number 2, hopefully in a couple of weeks. Hey, RC Aviation says, have an amazing weekend, brother. Can't wait for the live. Oh, cheers. Thank you. Yeah, of this plane. All right, nice. USA, and have a great weekend too. USA says, what are the essentials said I would need to make an RC aircraft fly, as I need just that on my RCA-10. Oh yes, and yes, I have never made one. I don't know what I need. Okay, so the essentials, I guess you're talking about electronic wise. I'm thinking, what do you reckon?
Yeah. Did you mention you had an 18 watt on?
you have an A10 Warthog? That's badass.
We've got one. They're cool.
Yeah, we've got one over there. If you want to see it, I'll bring it out. Oh, but I think you have seen it. Yes, I think you. Yes, yes, the electronics. Okay, so it's a lot more simple electronic-wise to do, assuming that you're not doing a flight controller in a plane. If you're just doing PWM setup, all you really need is a PWM setup. See what I'm making. Nice. You just need a basic receiver, and then just need the servos, like this one here as an example, and you'll need an ESC. You can see one if you look really carefully. There's one there, and a battery. So it's actually quite streamlined design. Obviously the motor and the propeller. Otherwise, you'll just sit there and look at you.
Unless you had a glider.
Unless you had a glider, that's true. Oh, Rick says, oh, hey, Rick, thanks for tuning in, brother. Did you see flight tests made an RC Igloo airplane?
We did.
The world's first 3D printer that can fly. LLL. We did. We did.
We watched it.
When did we watch it? It's 2 days ago?
Yeah.
2 days ago. Yeah, somebody suggested it and we checked it out. It's very cool. It was an interesting design they came up with. Yeah, the old box style. It's an interesting one. They went carbon frame to, I don't think they actually said, but I think they used carbon PET. Carbon PETG? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly which type filament they used, but it was an interesting design. Yeah,
it's kind of like based on the old school kind of like microlight style.
The old school microlights ones back in like the Wright brothers and whatnot. I think they were going a throwback to that kind of style. It was quite cool to see the weight payload. I'm not sure if they even did they say how heavy the actual total plane was. Don't know.
Batteries and stuff would be interesting.
Interesting weight characteristics.
What do you think of that?
It was a bit of a shame that it crashed. That was a shame. You say, Caesar, I've never made or flown an RC plane, so it's going to be a first. Well, that is the most exciting part, is when you fly. Just throw it the first time and see what happens, or taxi it down the runway.
So what we would suggest, or when we got taught how to fly RC planes, is what you do is you don't just go straight out there and hit the motors and stuff. So what we were taught is, depending on whether you're throwing it or you're doing like a little taxi, so you can do that a couple of times, just keep in mind that you're going with the wind towards you when you take off. So don't go downwind. Don't go downwind. Always go launch your plane into the wind. So the wind's hitting the aircraft head on. And if you're doing something like a plane or a glider, and you're not
even launching a drone too. So we always do that. Bigger drones.
You would just give it a light glide and just don't power up the motor so much. Just let it come down and land, and do that a couple of times until you're comfortable, and then go for it.
And then go for it. Yes, you gun it.
Which is maybe what we should have done with this one, except with 3D printing, you got to really just get off the ground as fast as you can.
Yeah, so we went for maximum power. But it turns out with this particular plane, it wasn't the way to go. But I think what we'll do...
But you only find that out after you do it.
That's true, it's true. USA says, my one brain cell is trying to process what you're saying. I can't process any of it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's for us, it's like second nature. But that's okay. So how would I explain it? Okay, so yes. Just when you go to take off, you're taxing, let's say you're throwing it, like we did on the maiden flight last week. So I was get somebody to throw it. That's the easiest way to do it. So I was the throwing guy, and Richie was the pilot.
Unless you're taking off with wheels.
Yes, unless you're taking off with wheels, that's technically about the same kind of probability of success, depending on the weight of the aircraft. So what you do is you go and throw it without any throttle whatsoever, no throttle, no propeller spinning, no nothing. You just let it throw and see how it glides as it comes on its way trajectory towards the earth, and you'll be able to see how it feels, if it's nice gliding type machine or whatnot. Oh, wheels, he's got wheels in his one. Okay, well, same kind of thing. You just taxi it down the runway and see how it handles it.
Don't go full throttle.
Don't go through full throttle. Just taxi it out there and see what happens. If it takes off, that's okay. Just you don't have to gun it or anything. Just let it glide a bit, and then it'll come back down. It's fine. And just see what happens. And when you do, and when you're comfortable with that, you've checked all your surfaces and you're happy with you know it's going to be good. You just punch throttle and go for it.
And try and do a square, what we always call squares. Square flight. So
Square
just
flight.
one leg, one leg, one leg, and then if you're comfortable, then just come and land on that. Otherwise, just keep doing that until you feel comfortable to come in and attempt to land.
Yeah, just take your time. That's the main thing. And don't panic when things go south or whatnot. Just keep your head and keep an eye on the plane if you're watching it line of sight, or even if you're doing a FPV. It's the main thing. Is just keep your head. We should make a tutorial on how to make a basic RC plane that works for you guys. Yeah. Oh, I never thought of that. If you want to see that sort of thing, I suppose we could. Yeah. We could put like a poll up or something and see if lots of people are interested. We could do that. Yeah, for sure. But like with anything with flying or that sort of thing, is just take your time.
Have a bit of fun with it.
Have fun, because that's the whole point. Even if you crash or whatever, like we're repairing it now, but it can be repaired. That's the main thing. You can't. There's nothing you can do. If it does crash, you just as long as you don't get hurt, that's the main thing. And have fun. That could be a new video idea. Nice. That's a good idea. We could do that. We could do that. How are we going, Richard?
Is there a spar in there?
Yeah, there's a spar there. Don't learn from my mistakes. But yes, over about there.
All right.
But the turned out this one had been already been a little bit on landing. So what we'll do is we'll cut off a new little bit of carbon, which we've got a bit of carbon in there. Yes. So then what we'll do is we'll put this guy back together once we chop out the mistakes, and she will be gone again. How's this print again? Let's have a look.
So what Harry's looking at there is the K2 Plus combo with the CFS. So it's a 3D printer, which is quite large. It's got a 350 by 350 by 350 build plate, which is just a monster. Basically, it can print your head if you want to. Whether you want to, it's up to you.
But we did that on Livestream too. We printed our head.
Yeah. So you can check out that Livestream as well if you want. So and it prints in multicolored. So it has a CFS at the top of it, and it can print 4 colors at once. And if you had more options than that, you could print up to 16, I think it is, with more of these units, which are called CFS, which is pretty cool from CREALITY. So yeah,
very cool, very cool to have them on.
Sponsors of the channel. So yeah, we're pretty excited to have them on.
Yeah, we are very much.
Right, to cut that one out. Yeah. Is your one on there?
No, mine's broken. Honestly.
Oh, I got that. That's pretty good. That's good.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll cut it out. And that way we can just do it.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. It's a clean. It wasn't bitten off, so that's good. What's kind of cool thing about 3D printing is that you just fix it away. She goes good. My brain is loading. Very cool. But yeah.
And how's your cat? Is he attacking you today there, USA?
Oh, Rick says I'm loving his K2 combo. No
Nice.
issues at all. Nice. It's cool, isn't it? Really cool. It's just a badass machine. And it's making a project for you guys coming soon on the channel. I think he is slipping. Oh, maybe sleeping. Sleeping, right, yes. Oh, go on.
You're going to have a break sometime.
His name's Milo, I think, wasn't it? Milo? Sure. Yeah, very cool. We used to have a cat, his name was Chewbacca. He's a badass cat. He's cool. Like him.
It's a part Maine Coon, so he's a big cat, huge cat.
He was like 8 kgs of solid muscle, that guy. Oh, let me see. Yeah, he's not around anymore, sadly. But, yes.
It was, he lived his entire full life. So,
yeah.
So what, 14, I mean?
Yeah.
Good
14.
cat.
Yeah. Great cat. Yeah, yep. But one day, maybe if we're lucky, we might get another one. R.I.P. here, cheers. But, yeah. maybe I always wanted to get a bearded dragon. That's maybe we might get that one day.
A bearded dragon's a lizard, right?
A bearded dragon is kind of a lizard, yeah. But maybe we'll get a cat and a dog again. Maybe a couple of horses too. I always like horses. We haven't been horse riding lately. We should get back into that.
Yeah.
We did do a I don't know if we put it on YouTube, but we did actually chase horses with well, not chase them. We chased their riders on with drones to kind of get a cinematic shot maybe a couple of years ago. What filament did you print the plane out of? Great question. Okay, so what do we get for this one? PLA lightweight. I was trying to look for the box, but I can't see it. PLA lightweight is what we printed this particular one at 5% mainly, 8% for the fuselage. Yeah, 8%. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. USA said he's bored. Oh, sorry, man. That's okay. Maybe we could do something exciting. No name says, I want to get a hamster and make a seat on a custom drone and make the world's first hamster pilot. Very cool. Yeah, they it's cool. There's a kind of there's a design. Have you ever seen the movie with Tom Cruise with the bubble copter?
Oblivion.
Oblivion. They have a kind of an interesting copter kind of design. That'd be kind of interesting. It's kind of a clear kind of hamster ball kind of thing, isn't it? Copter.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. It technically it would fly. I don't see why it wouldn't. Thrusters and power ratios would be kind of interesting. But yes, that's coming along. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this one done. What are we going to do? Start glowing them? What are we going to do? We can start on the fuselage if you give that one a break. Yeah, that's right. I got that.
Okay,
so there you go.
That's right. I'll get this one.
That one's kind of broken.
That's right. I did the same thing with mine.
There you go. So we saved one spar, so he's good. And then we'll start putting them together. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
So just unplug this part. What do you reckon?
Yeah, you can unplug.
Maybe we start on the main strut and gluing him together, and then we can get into tape him up so he can stay there overnight. And then we'll put these stars back.
Now, whereabouts is everybody tuning in from today? We're obviously in New Zealand.
And USA is from USA. That's a goodie. Can you bring this one over with you?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, right. There you go. So that's the FPV camera. I'm just checking to see if it's all good. There it is. What's the top speed on the drone, you reckon? On this guy? 250, I think. 250 kilometers an hour. 250, I think. So look, that's what the manual said. But we overpowered it, so it's maybe even more. Yeah, they suggested from Titan Dynamics what they say. I did read it, isn't it? Yeah, their top speed, they got 250 kilometers an hour, but they were using a 1300 kV, and we put a monster 1500 kV on. Yeah.
7-inch prop, right?
7-inch prop. So, I mean, you might get the same. It might be a little bit heavier. Damn, that's wild. Yes. When we flew the Tornado, which is the twin one that we just had out a second ago, that was hopping along pretty good, right, Richard? Yeah. Richard would know about that. When we took off,
Harry would know, because you flew it with PWM, which no flight controller, and I flew it with the flight controller.
What was this? What was this?
You flew it without any flight controller or anything, right?
Oh yeah, I flew it without a flight controller. Yeah,
just line of sight, and I flew it with FPV and a flight controller.
And I'm American, so I got to translate to miles an hour. It's real quick.
Nice.
Very cool. Yes, I'm not sure if you'll be allowed on the road at that kind of speed. I'm not sure. Maybe in Germany they might do that, in their autobahns. I don't think they have a speed limit over there. But I've never been there, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think that conversion. What's the conversion between 100 kilometers an hour and?
sure.
I think
What
it's
is it? What is
60
it?
miles per hour. I think is 100.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
right. Something, like, something similar. Yeah. What does Google say? 250.
I was just doing the conversion for you in the background there. Actually, nearly. These are nearly ready to go back on here.
155 miles an hour. All right. There you
So
go.
yeah, 155 miles per hour.
Oh, you got it. Nice. Nice. Teamwork. So these ones are looking good, then?
Yeah, just gotta get this last bit up. I'm trying to anyway.
And I'll put this one back on. What do you reckon? Yeah, it's all right. Sort of. What do you reckon? It's interesting, wasn't it? Shell.
So yeah, it's like anything. You gotta. It's a bit different when you got a plane to a drone. Like drones tend to be able to last and take quite a beating before they sort of
die. Whereas
not so forgiving with that.
not so forgiving with planes, but yeah, it depends on the type of material that you're using. I suppose you like, for instance, I was going to say the TBS Kapari above us, which is featured on the channel. It could take we did a whole series on it.
It's the FPV wing.
FPV wing, and it could take the abuse of its life once we did our modifications to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we launched it off a catapult and all sorts. Do you put GoPros on this one or some camera? On this particular one, no, not this particular one, but on the one that you saw before, it can take that payload for sure. Rick says I'm American as well. Maine is from. Nice.
Very
I
cool.
wish we would just trash the Imperial system and go completely metric. There you go.
Just one stock one would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would make easier. Yeah, although sometimes even like socket sets and those sorts of things you can't. You have to get both. What about GPS? This one, when we have put the flight control on, absolutely GPS for sure.
What sort of GPS would you put in it?
I guess one we have is been.
Yeah.
What would you put in? Like a our usual one, Matex.
Metacies?
Is that how you say it? Yeah, I think on the Talon. What's this guy got?
He's got a hobby, bro. Isn't it?
What's this guy got? No, can you see him? Hang on. There you go. He is a Holly Brown, that guy.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
yeah, lots of different projects that we're working on all at the same time. Yeah, he's going right.
He's going right?
Yeah. So,
well, this guy's got a GPS on.
yeah. So you can use GPS for in that case it was for RD Pilot.
Yeah, this guy's an RD Pilot as well. He's got a GPS on the top. What is he? He is a Metacies. Yeah. So this one is a
schizo frame.
Schizo, Mr. Steel Motors, and yeah, we set out there to make a GoPro freestyle drone, but with audio parts. There you go. But
Yeah.
small. Yeah, small.
That's good though. Okay, it worked very good. Yeah. It's a 5-inch frame that one. With that one Harry had before was a 650 carat frame, which was a different design. It was all part of the wingsuit FPV wingsuit series that we're building on the channel.
Yeah, the FPV wingsuit series.
Yeah,
but we're doing some more work on that. We can't tell you about that. It's all hush hush. But yeah, we're doing more work on it, so don't you worry. Coming soon.
It is coming soon. We may in fact be working on it this week.
Maybe this week. You never know. So yes.
And remember to check out the live stream where we chatted to Guinness World Record holder Ernesto Gainza, which is a professional wingsuit and skydiving champion.
Yeah.
So remember to check out that live stream because
we kind of broke down the FPV wingsuit design and gave some inside tips about what we need to do to make it fly, because we haven't actually flown that one yet, but we're looking forward to it, and we're working on it at the moment.
a big issue at the moment is to get a suitable flight location.
Flight location, yes, because of that guy who doesn't take the payload, of the weight of that guy. So we're going to come up with some other idea. Maybe he's going to do a base jump kind of idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what wingsuiting became when it started, wasn't it?
It's the basics of all that.
I'll get some. What do you reckon? Should we put that part in? With some gluing in? Yeah. And what about you? And No Name, do you fly FPV drones as well? What kind of ones do you fly?
Or helicopters.
Well, helicopters, yeah. Sweet.
The helicopters as well.
Yeah. I guess going back to Will's first attempt with the that sort of thing. What we did helicopter 1 week, wasn't it?
That's right. We did the world's first FPV rocket helicopter. So that was the one where we strapped a rocket underneath the motor and gave it the helicopter once it was in air and FPV, and then we gave one heck of a boost with the rocket motor.
Yeah, sounds good. What do you reckon? Should we just put a bit of glue on there or glue it up? Just put a bit of thing in there.
Yeah. Good.
Soldering on. Soldering perhaps. Yeah. A bit of soldering.
So that's actually the most of it already done now. Yeah. In terms of the pre-setup. What do you think? All right? I think so. I think. Looking good.
Yes, I only fly the tiny whoop so far over Mavic Mini, but it did not last very long. Oh, unfortunately, so now I'm very cautious when getting new drones. Fair enough. Yeah, that's not so good. Yeah, that's not so good when they go down. But hopefully you have a better luck in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
So yes, it's just going to use a bit of filament to fix this guy, and then we'll glue him up, and then he'll be right as rain. What do you want to put some rods in?
Does this go in here?
It would do.
You do that later. Okay. Does it just go in which part? Oh, it's this side.
It's the end mainly. It doesn't actually go all the way through.
It can do.
You don't need to.
There you go. There's one repaired.
One repaired.
Do the other way. It's actually pretty quick, really.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The tiny whoops are found to be durable and tons of fun. Yes, absolutely. Do you fly the Mobile 7 often? We were planning to fly them yesterday. We charged it up and
today.
And today. But then, then we had to go make dinner. So, no. But maybe after this, or maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's always good training, and it's just quite good. It's just kind of a nice little beast to fly around.
Yeah. Like Harry was saying before, we tend to use it like a simulator with that guy, right?
Yeah. Hopefully. Yes. Okay, so we'll pop that guy there. We'll start gluing, perhaps. Maybe not.
Possibly. Just want to check that.
Some minor damage. Just checking. Does this one fit in here? We check it?
Yeah. Yeah, she's coming together.
Coming back together, which is good to see. Very relaxing to fly outside, absolutely. Yeah, and it's kind of cool what we do with him. We usually fly him out the front door, and then go around the other side of the house, and then come in the window, and then come around, do the circuit that way, and maybe do a couple of like a flip or a Matty flip or something over the garage or something.
Yeah,
which is cool. It's very cool. I know on Livestream, what's your personal favorite drone to fly? Richard?
Private?
Probably this guy. Hang on. Yeah, probably this guy. But maybe for sentimental reasons, we fly this guy probably the most.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And he is, what is he? He's a Luminaire.
QVAR.
Yeah. And he was our first drone that we put together. So yeah, he's been converted many times, but the motor's the same, ESC's the same. Yeah, I think the flight control has changed and everything else has changed. But yeah, yeah, we don't break them very often, so we haven't even really changed that many propellers on. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, well, I'd love to get something like that, a 5-inch one day. Yeah, for sure. Did you build this one? Yes, absolutely. This one he runs on Betaflight, isn't it? Yeah. With Tracer, TBS Tracer receiver, I think. Yeah, this one. Yes.
Yeah, Tracer. Yeah.
The drone that you saw before, he runs on the bigger guy. He runs on Crossfire.
These guys run on ezuhf.
These guys run an ezuhf to get more range because we're 70 kilometers on that guy. Mr. Happy says, nice. Cheers. Thanks, man. Was he pre-built? Oh, when we first got him years and years ago. Was he pre-built? No. Half. They didn't do it like that back in those days. That was the only way we could get it. But yes. Yes, this guy's completely custom now. So different flight controller, different lots of everything. I'm trying to teach myself to solder so I can build drones one day. Yes. Soldering is kind of an interesting thing. It's kind of just take your time with it. Just like when you're flying, just take your time. And it's not as technical, as demanding as welding. If you haven't done that, if you've done that sort of thing. So if you can weld, you can definitely easily solder for sure. But yes, just take your time with it and just try and get that heat and the penetration is what you want. You want a good soldering iron, say something that can go up to at least 400 degrees Celsius. But we're going into that metric thing that Rick was talking about before.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. It's a great great thing to do, and
yeah, we like it.
So we're going to need to do a bit over here.
Oh, let's
do a little rebuild on that.
That's fine. Just solder it up.
Yeah, and
plastic soldering.
Yeah, another skill. So okay, so what we could do is we could glue these on. I've got them all lined up.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll take them, and then you could do the plastic solder on this side, and then we'll start the other side. Yeah.
I need to be steady with my hands. Yes. I guess if you talk about steady, airbrushing is where we kind of like this one was airbrushed on Livestream too. But yes, is where we kind of learned that kind of to hold it steady. And welding when you're you got to hold your breath and slow the heart rate down to make that perfect stroke of paint. Yeah, but not for something like this is a pretty stock design, but if you're doing like some real artistic stuff,
or when you're soldering,
a welding or something over here. I have the utmost respect for you all. I know this is not easy stuff. Cheers, thanks, man. Yes, who got us into RC stuff, Richard?
Our Uncle Lex.
Our Uncle Lex, yes. So what was that? When we were very little, primary school, something like that. And yes, he got us into it. What was our first plane, Richard? It was kind of like this foam thing, and it was indestructible.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a glider, wasn't it?
I thought it was an indestructible
thing. Yeah, the glider. Yeah, soap through
it. It was basically just like polystyrene and tape, and man, that thing could take an abuse. You could throw it into like a concrete beam, or you could throw it into saying, man, it could take abuse. It never died. I think in the end, it was just
like Cobra Kai. Never died.
We were watching Cobra Kai. But yes, that was very cool. And then from there we went. I Can I show you that? I can't really turn the camera. I can't really show you that. If I turn the camera, then you might see what's coming up on the channel. So sorry, but there's a plane. Let's just say in that direction, and that was our first plane. It was very similar to the Tornado, which was the 3D printed plane. Hence the reason why we got that twin prop design.
Yeah.
And yes, but it's kind of EPO foam, I think is what they call it. And a company called Multiplex put it out. Yes, it was a twin prop design. What we used to do is we would fly, line of sight because FPV didn't exist. And what our trick was is we'd push it because it doesn't have wheels or anything. You just push it. It's supposed to be a chuck plane, but we'd push it. And away we go. We'd do a loop, just like we were saying before. A square circuit, nice even flight. And then we'd come in super low. And because it was a twin prop, what we'd do is we'd put our hat down on the runway and try and pick up the hat on the nose of the aircraft. That was kind of our trick that we used to do a touch and go and pick up the hat.
Yeah. It wasn't one to do too much into the world of aerobatics. It couldn't really do. I mean, you could pull it off, like to do it like a loop-the-loop and stuff like that. But you had to really, really absolutely push it. And you didn't, with that one, it had a weird, interesting quirk that modern day a person wouldn't necessarily know, where modern day you tighten and bolt on the propellers. Well, in that one, you literally just glued on the propeller straight directly onto the shaft. Yeah. But you might think, oh, it didn't work, but it certainly did. It's no problem.
There's nothing you can't achieve with epoxy in the plane world. We use epoxy quite a lot.
Yeah.
Except for this one where it's super glue. We've changed because it's 3D printed.
Yeah.
But we still use epoxy quite a bit for our 3D printing stuff. And now I'll take this back up. Filler. Sorry. So there you go. First piece is going back on, which is good.
Yeah, it's like anything. It takes a little while to repair stuff, but you just work through it. You can get it.
Yeah, that's the great thing about 3D printing.
No, just in general.
Oh well, yeah, any plane. Just in general.
But yes, 3D printing has its perks.
It's a very good tool. I guess it's kind of like a hammer, really. Yeah. It's just kind of like one of those things where
helps you out and
helps you out. It's just like a hammer.
Yeah. That's a cool thing where you can to work on like the one behind us. You can work on your own designs now.
Yeah, you can work on projects while you're doing other projects. So that. And Richard is using a kind of a super glue, but we usually opt for a gel-based super glue because it's got a bigger viscosity. Viscosity is, what's the word for viscosity? Thicker material. Yeah. That's why it fills the hole in better. Fills in the ground. The gas. Are you gonna put the tip on, or are you just gonna go for this one?
I'm just gonna do this. Cool. So we are winning, people.
Look, come in there.
Always, you notice why I'm standing. It's just to get the glue a bit stronger.
Do you need a license to fly a drone of that size? No, not for this size. Since we're in New Zealand, what's the official size? There's no such thing as size. It's on weight. UAVs in New Zealand are up to 15 kgs, and then after that you need a
102 license,
or as they know as a car 102. But it's different in each country, so yeah, just check it out. It's all good.
So yeah, it's not rated here in our country. It's not rated on physical size. It's rated on weight.
So technically, if you had a really, 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 really giant plane, but it only weighed less than 15 kgs, then you're all good.
Yeah. But even if you had a one that exceeded that, as long as you're working towards your 102.
Yes, they're happy.
Okay.
Yes. The main thing is how much does it weigh? Great question. Do we have a set of scales?
Not on me.
No, sorry. Let's have a look. Maybe
it's
the
quite
manual.
light.
It's very light. But once you put all the batteries and stuff in, it does get it down a bit.
And depends. It's quite a this particular aircraft is quite modular, so you can add.
It says about
more.
1.5 kg, so it's not that heavy. That's the max load, so it's less than that.
A lot less than that.
Yeah.
So that's with maximum battery capacity on it.
So if you're using, say, a lithium-ion battery or the new type lithium-ion battery, which I think is called Arlene batteries, and you can get a very good flight time with the, like the
You got the lightweight?
No?
You got the lightweight?
I've got them in here. So yeah, with the in America, the minimum allowed is 429 grams without a license. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. But yes, I guess that the rules have changed a bit. But hopefully, maybe getting a license isn't hopefully that hard. I'm not sure.
Or maybe you could be part of a club like we are.
Yes. So we're part of a remote control flying club, so maybe that's an option, and yeah, then you can work towards that part. Mr. Happy says, so lucky. About licensing, I am working on my pilot license. Oh, rock on, man. That's cool. So much to learn, plus a hands license. Oh, right on. Yeah, so then you can get 1.2 gigahertz?
You're different in different countries.
Different countries.
So in New Zealand, we can have a 2.5 gigahertz. We can have a 433 megahertz,
which is the old school style, which we use for our
crystal radio,
and i.e. our 3D printed submarine.
Yeah.
Yep. So 433 and what else is there? 900 megahertz.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, you need a hands license. So yes, anything over like 1.2 gigahertz, that kind of thing, you need a hands license. It's not restricted. It's just that you get your license and you go. Yeah.
It's just some tests. I'm in US. Oh, all right, rock on. Nice. Yeah. Very cool. I haven't been there, but I have watched a lot of movies in the US made there.
Yeah. You have that no.
Yeah, right here. No Name says, does New Zealand have a variety of drone stuff, or do you have to order it online usually? Or like, do you mean like a shop that you go to? Is that what you're implying? Or because have we ever been to a shop where they had drone stuff? Once. Yeah, we got the stuff for the boat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in our entire lives, we went there once.
But you can go to places where they have RC planes, but it's not so common. Mostly online, because you don't have too many options.
Yes. Where we come from, Bay of Islands. So yes, I guess yes. So we would be ordering online most of our stuff, which is it does take a little bit longer, but the courier people around here are pretty cool, so it's all good. And in America, they are everywhere. Oh, rock on! That would be cool. And then you can go to at least in Texas. Oh, rock on!
Cool, Texas. Great films in Texas. Great.
We don't have our cowboy hats on today, though, but it's cool there. In the cities, yeah, of course. Very cool. How's that going on?
Feel good.
Yeah. Yes. They used to, but it's just like anything else. We just mainly order online now.
Yeah. Also, we live in the north, so
yes, you kind of have to order most things online. We don't really have shops as much up here, sadly. But yes, we have dolphins and whales and those sorts of things. So, you lose one, but you gain another, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding in a little bit of filler where there was a little bit of damage, building that back up. So
I guess you'd call this plastic welding.
Yeah.
Oh, soldering, plastic soldering.
Plastic welding. Yes.
So we'll put this guy back in, and then build this guy up, and then we'll put that wingtip on, and then and fly again.
Yeah.
When do you think we'll do the maiden flight of this? I guess once it's all repaired and whatnot.
Once we check that and done a full systems check. See we haven't damaged any ESCs or servos or anything.
I don't think so. It did come in pretty good. Yes.
was worried about. I got the screwdriver.
Oh, yeah. But yes,
Might
there
be
you
okay
go.
then.
Might be okay, hopefully. So what we'll do is we'll put this one in and then maybe glue that sucker in, and then we'll do the fuselage, put that together, and then we'll be rocking. New Zealand is beautiful. It's beautiful. What a cool place to fly to. Cheers. Thank you. I mean, it's like anything. You take it for granted after a while, but yes, you're all right. Very cool. It's like a fever dream to me. Well, you're most welcome, and you can come anytime. Yeah.
They say it's like the movie, like Lord of the Rings, but
Well, yes, we did go to the Hobbiton once, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
that was like the Hobbiton.
That
It
was
was in fact the Hobbiton.
Yes. But yes, we've only been to the North Island. But I say only. This is the North Island. This is where it's at. But apparently there's a South Island and a Stewart Island. So there you go.
Yeah.
But we've never been there. We just don't get out much. Is that what they say? Oh, that's the movie I think of. Lord of the Rings. Nice. Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
Yeah. Oh, Peter. He was pretty good.
Peter Jackson, yeah. We see him every other day.
No, I haven't been.
No, I haven't never.
But he's a good dude, and we really liked his. Which one was the one with Michael J. Fox? That was cool. The Frighteners?
Yeah.
That was a badass movie. I really liked that one. It was one of his earlier ones. I'm not sure if it went too mainstream, but it was cool.
Can you grab a drill?
I'll grab it, Julie.
Yeah.
I'll just read out what Rick was just saying. We have an RC shop about 16 miles, 24 kilometers away from his house, but the shops have overhead, so I still shop online because you save a lot of money that way. That's smart. Yes, that's cool. And then you can get more builds. Smart, yeah. Hang on, I'll just go and get that drill. I'll be back in a second. Richard, maybe you can.
Cliff says, "Hey Cliff, how you going?" He said, "H&R direction distraction crew." Yes, now it was a bit of a distraction, wasn't it, last week? Yes. Okay. And Return of the King or Two Towers for Lord of the Rings. Yes, I would say that was probably my favorite as well. Would you have?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And yes, as Cliff is diagnosed, yes, there was a bit of distraction last week. I think I was a bit too overzealous with my throttle management, but sometimes you gotta
Risk it to get the best.
yeah, but you also gotta just go for it. Sometimes it's hard to know. You're like, oh, you gotta weigh it up. Like, do I do it this way? Do I do it that way? Don't know. So you just make a call and face the consequences. But that's okay. It's all part of the fun, as we say. But yeah, so we're making some progress now, which is good, and that's what we want to see, right? So that's good. And how's this going? And how was your week, Cliff? Pretty good. Did you have a good week? Hope you did. I'm sure you did.
The CFS is going good, Richard?
Yeah. So it's the K2 Plus combo behind us. Very good week.
And it's the CFS we say is the CREALITY filament system as the top one.
Yeah.
And it provides 4 filaments, up to 16 if you click all the modules on. Yeah, pretty cool. Thank you. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I just want to get that.
So we've put one, while we've been talking, we put one new piece on that we printed the other night. And we're going to put this new guy on here. Did we get the right? Didn't put the wrong one on. That'd be funny. Yes. And then the servo will be mounted up back underneath. And yeah. We'll glue the sucker back together. And before you know it, we'll be rocking it. Okay, there we go. Okay. What are we going to do? You going to drill a hole?
Yeah. We're going to put a small hole in it.
How big do you want a hole?
That. Oh, no, not that. That was too big.
Just changing.
It's just changed. Yes. And what did you? Oh, how was your motor?
Wait, what?
What wasn't Cliff doing? The covering the motor racing.
Oh yeah,
The
that's right.
shop.
Yeah.
I think you're covering the motor. How did that go? Hopefully that went well. And your 3D prints went good for the GoPros that you're making.
That's right. Yeah.
Look at that, eh? Some penetration in there. Cliff says, week's been good. Looking forward to the next Miami Vice H&R Racing episode. I did appreciate the effort with the outfits on that video. Cheers, man. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
What are they? They are working style. Yeah, so they are. They were our wedding. Well, we went to a wedding, our sister's wedding. We wore those suits, so we thought it was a good excuse to get them out. I mean, you know, Don Johnson, Colin Farrell, and Jamie Foxx. Why not, right? Yeah. So there's no other better reason to get suits out. And that would be quite. It's going to be a. So I'll bring them over again. What we did bring over before. Right. Yeah. So what we're talking about is the episode that came out this week. And he said that the stock cars went really well, and it's allowed me to return or refine my mounts even further. Oh, well done. That's awesome. So that was for the GoPro mounts, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, hang on, we got a bit of stuck on. Hang on, I'll bring it over. There you go. Where's the camera? There it is. Hang on. So what have we changed since we saw each other last in this guy? So we've connected up the coolant for the ESC and the mount. Did we show on the video that we've mounted the GPU? Oh, mounted the motor mount? I don't think we had.
I think you're seeing it exclusively now.
Yeah, but that's okay. And in the background, we're working at the flight controller on him.
Yeah, we're doing the Audi Pope stuff. Mr. Happy says, is that just me or is that me or Plane Builder looks like young Arnold Schwarzenegger? Funny guy. Arnold Schwarzenegger's a pretty cool dude. He's a very cool.
Is that my job?
Possibly.
Yep.
So yes, so that must be a compliment. I mean, the guy's like
Terminator. Like ripped ass, right?
The guy's like, what was he, like 7-time Olympian champion?
Mr. Olympia, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold's amazing.
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, you want to grab that guy? Yeah. Hey, it must be getting ready up to the fast forward part. But yes, in the background, he's coming along. Okay.
So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just going it on there. Good. Good. Spread it out.
Yeah. So yeah,
This plane will be back in the running again. It may have been damaged, but he's not forgotten. He's not forgotten. He's not a write-off. So
he'll fly.
He'll fly. Most planes you can put back together if you know what you're doing. So that's pretty cool. You can repair most things, even if sometimes you have to be a bit savage with it, like cut off an entire nose or replace the fuselage or the wings, depending on what's happened in the crash. Yeah. When in doubt, super glue it out. Yeah, that's right.
We usually go by the idea of epoxy it out, but in this particular case, rock on. Yeah. It's coming together quite quickly, which is good to see. And then we'll be able to lift it up once we get a bit of some rigidity back in it.
Mr. Happy says, are you planning to paint it all after final assembly? Yeah,
We'll repaint the part that
God damn it.
got
To make it look a bit better.
Yes. So we did technically paint it already on live stream.
But yeah, we'll add a little bit of white.
Yeah. So this was painted, airbrushed on, parts like that. But yes, it was airbrushing is always a fun one, and I think we did a pretty low key job. Hope you like it. But yeah, Cliff said something.
Says, was the crash caused by too much torque from the fast acceleration causing the aircraft to roll over? I'm inclined to agree with you, yes.
Yes, I think we just punched. I think Reggie was a little bit overzealous for the throttle management and just went all in. Thinking about it afterwards and talking with some of the good people that tuned in, and you, of course, Nathan. But they all suggest the same thing as you. So great minds think alike.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of that. Oh, yeah, great. Yes, no, I think that was the cause of it, but it's one of those ones you gotta. You don't know until you've tried the first time. It's all good going. After you've flown it 70 times or flown it for 40 years or something, the same plane. But initially, you don't know.
You don't know, so you just have to make a call and deal with the consequences. Whether you got it right or wrong, doesn't really matter in the end. Yeah, if you learn from it, and then. Hopefully next time we'll get it up in the air and we don't have to rebuild it again. But if we do, then we'll rebuild it and we'll go again. If you want to see that sometime. I want to see it fly. I want to see it fly. And then, one of these episodes we'll get around to putting a flight control on. We do have one just sitting there waiting for him, but it's just a bit busy on some of the other projects that are running even now in the background. So yeah. There's only so many hours in the day. Yeah. But she is coming together, which is always good. How big was that boat, Richard? How big is the boat? It's just the boat's just under, just slightly under a meter. Yeah. He took about maybe, I'm not sure exactly, I can't remember from the movie, but how many pieces did we say? It was quite a bit. It was like, I don't know, nearly 40 pieces, something like that. 40. Cliff said it's all part of the process. I'm looking forward to the next flight attempt. Cheers, man. As always. Yeah. Yeah. Should be good. Should be good. And we've also got another comment that says, next live stream, shall I return with a name? What name would you like to have? Maybe you could call it like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I'm not sure. What name would you like? Maybe we could all put you in there. Yeah. Must be nearly finished that color. Anyway, how's it going? Yeah, it's all good. So we can put this guy in there. So we'll put the R on. Oops. We'll put the R on flap in. There you go. So it's got PETG custom design on the back here. And a carbon rod that goes through that. That's what the part that flips up and down on. Oh, you have to cook a name it. Right on. Okay, that's cool. Whatever it is will be a good one. So we just take this guy on, and theoretically she's 60 seconds, but usually we just tape it and. If you're going to paint it, you could. If you're going to paint it, you could do it. Well, it just depends how much we get through. We still have to put that fuselage together. Might be right. Might be right, man. Sure. She'll be right. She'll be right, man. She'll be right, man. For those good Australian fans out there, cheers. Yeah. We went to Australia a lot, which we have said before. Yeah. But we haven't been to many places, so you probably end up repeating the same story. It was that good. It was that good. Okay, so turn around and do that. So
We'll hold those cables.
yeah.
Okay, so she's coming together now. We've got one wing on. So that looks a bit more healthier.
Yeah, I got it. You're right. There you go.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Wingtip going on.
Looking good. You good?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Oh, she's going up there.
yeah, I think it's going good. Getting low on the blue, but I think the blue's the only finish. So.
Just working on another project in the background there for an upcoming episode.
Yeah.
Should be pretty exciting custom design. So I've never seen anything like it before. So that'll be a pretty exciting one to come out.
Hopefully you guys like it.
Oh, I know they'll like it.
You know them.
Yeah.
That's good. What do you reckon? Are we gonna put? Do you reckon we should put pins through this?
Well,
Should be right.
should be right, Matt.
Should be right. But yeah, so we got one more piece after we'll glue this on, one there and one here, and then I think overall I think it's pretty good. But then we'll have to put the steroids back in. And maybe give it a little touch up on the airbrush. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
And then let it dry. It'll be pretty good. So yes.
So yeah, coming together.
With my toothpick. There you go.
Yeah. That's it.
So you want to put an even coverage on the toothpick. Not too heavy, not too light. Thank you.
Thanks.
Want to put this in?
Yeah, I'm just seeing it.
Oh. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Okay.
Pop that over there. Nice. So it comes together quite good, which is good.
Considering obviously it was
Pretty hammered on flight takeoff. Tape it here.
so shows how fast it is to go back together.
We'll put a bit of glue on that center hole.
Take a hole.
Yeah, but it's like a little bit.
Okay. So it's looking pretty good. Okay, so that's the wings on, guys. Well done.
Hooray!
Okay, so that's something less to worry about. Okay, so
what
what
do
do
you
we
want to
do?
work on next?
Maybe that one's pretty easy.
Yeah, that one's kind of. Oh, I can put this on. I'll tape it.
Okay.
Tape, yeah, glue it, tape it.
On this one.
Just tape it on there. Oh, I was thinking of that. Put that on.
Yeah, no. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do a bit of sandpaper on that. You just normally rough up the edges of the sandpaper. That just gives a bit more something to bite into for the glue. And we just tape it in position.
Yeah. Here you go.
Thanks.
Looking good, looking good.
No, you can tape it.
Is that gonna hold it?
Should do well.
You might not hold you. I don't think it's done. See that last?
Maybe.
Possibly. Those are tag down to there.
What do you reckon?
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I'll sit up right, or do you think we'll have to?
Made a tactical decision. Wrong decision. No.
Okay, cool. So that part's done. And maybe. You might need a bit of with a bit of cardboard down.
Cardboard, yeah. I did cardboard.
Yeah, he's going to grab some cardboard to lay down just for this part. It can get a little messy. Okay, so we're making some serious headway now. Do you want me to take off the ezuhf antenna?
Move it out of the way just in case.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea.
Okay. I'll disconnect it.
Do you want that soldering iron still on? Or should I take it off?
Okay.
Let's put that one later.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's disconnected. Next one.
There's the antennas. So they're looking all right. You can see them, the little whip antennas. So that's good. Looking good.
Cool. Right now.
Just get it out of the way so you can glue that clearly, and then
Back up into that.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, shove the thing on the side. It's moving that VTX out of the way.
There you go. That's the AKK one. You can see.
It's the 8-watt long range analog VTX. So
Enough power.
it's a power plant. Okay, so is it wait if you got so you can see?
So how do we do it so you can see? 8 watts. Yeah. Enough power, right?
Okay, so I think you can see it.
Hopefully you can see it. 8 watts, yes. And but I don't think we've ever punched them up to 8 watts. So,
Oh no, we did.
oh,
when we
no, on
tested.
test when we're testing them, but for when we're flying around, just generally at 1 watt.
Only.
Only 1 watt.
It should be good. For what?
Oh, like 50 kilometers. What do you reckon?
Yeah, something like that.
50 kilometers. We also need to cut a hole in that side.
That's right. We'll do that to get it going. Yeah, something like that. Just remember, you got to be in line of sight. Like you can't have, for example, like you can't be flying in front of a mountain or a valley or a hill. You can be flying in front of a valley, but yeah. So you sort of have to plan where you're going to do this kind of stunt, basically. Yeah.
50 kilometers is a long way.
So, for example, you could be like, say, on a hill, and that's where you're flying from, and then you're flying out over the water, nice and flat, clear visibility, which is kind of like what most of those guys do when they're doing that kind of stunt. It's definitely a stunt.
Definitely is.
And it's not something that you want to just go jump straight into. You want to do your checks and make sure the aircraft's going to be okay and how it responds at the short range.
Because what happens at the short range gets amplified as you go out.
Yeah, and also when you're at that sort of range, you want to have a flight controller. So realistically, what's happening is you're monitoring the flight because the lag and
you won't be able to fly from your remote at that kind of range. You'll be monitoring it. So we use autopilot, and you'll be monitoring it that way for that kind of penetration range.
Yeah, because
kind of an interesting one.
So the latency between the transmitter and the plane and back again would be too much to do it directly. So yeah, that's why a flight controller is absolutely essential for something like that.
Yeah, kind of an interesting way to fly.
Yeah, that's where you fly in other modes that the flight controller has, like stabilized mode, or you could do dial in a mission from Mission Planner or whatever.
Which
it is.
we did with we were testing that on the channel with
Kapari.
the Kapari. Yes, the Kapari. We did
not a complete, fully autonomous mission, but we set it up there, and then it did its pre-planned mission, went to different coordinates and different different things, and then came back and completed its mission, which is good.
Yeah, but you got to do all those checks first at the short range before you can go to the longer distance stuff. So it's a slow process before you
really push the limits.
Yeah, slow process, but
Totally with
full on its own right.
You good?
What's good about airplanes? You can install lots of stuff in compared to FPV drones. I guess it depends on what kind of drone you have. You can certainly install quite a lot of stuff in some of the bigger stuff like the 6S or 12S. So you're not limited by anything on those.
But the good thing is that what you're really talking about now is you're talking about, like, this one technically is a drone in the official world. But if you're doing, like, say, like, it's just talking about aerodynamics, so it's just a better design for those kind of long range missions.
Yeah, he's talking about
you're going to get longer flight times.
That's right. Just on efficiency alone with the props and.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, on
so if you put in, say, a lithium-ion battery on the Kapari above us, it has a flight time of, say, 45 minutes, which is pretty insane. But like, say, if you use the LiPo battery on it, it would be, what do you reckon? I mean, it's an efficient plane, but it's not that.
Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah. But now you can get, I don't think it's a commercial for the market, but you can get Arlene batteries, which can go up to like 9 hours or something. Something amazing coming out. New type battery.
So like that, it's pretty much back together. So yeah, so once you've repaired most of it, it pretty much goes back together quite quickly. Obviously,
it does look like carnage, but and tape everywhere. But yeah, it comes together.
Comes together quite quick once you get started. Yeah.
What are you gonna do about that? Cut it off. Break it off.
Yeah. That one.
Soon. That's nothing.
Yeah, you want add some more filler back in?
Yeah, you can do that in post.
Do this one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can do that back in.
Take off the battery strap, get it out of the way. So we can work on the repair and then put it back on in post.
Yeah.
Yeah, battery strap all taken care of. And we'll do it.
I can do that.
Okay. So yeah, we're nearly there, guys. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Unless we need to put a filler in. Yeah, there is. Do you want to put a flat surface in? Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys are all enjoying the repairing process. Something a bit different.
Yeah, not many people would like to admit that they do crash, but it does happen. It happens to the best of us, even if they don't want to accept it. Okay.
So I reckon it's glue it, and then we'll go back and add filament. Yeah. About extra filament in there.
How long did it take to print the airplane? Well, initially it was about a week and a half on the Ender 3 first generation printer, which is the one
inside the wrapper.
Inside the let's go right here. That guy there, Ender 3. But yeah, pretty. He's not the fastest printer by a mile,
but he gets the job done.
He's slow, but he's like a tortoise. You know, like the tortoise in the hair. He's slow but steady, but he does win.
He does win, but
yeah. you go faster, like using the K1 over Harry's right shoulder.
or you could go behind us and get the K2, and yeah, it'd be done in like, I don't know, half a day or something.
Something horrendous speed.
Super quick. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Don't quote us on that, but it's done pretty quick. Yeah, for sure. And it didn't really use that much filament.
No.
Like a spool.
Oh,
Like
it's not even that.
Oh, here.
Over here.
So maybe here's an example of a spool, and yeah, only like a little bit wasn't really used that much of it. So I would say not that much of the spool was used.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah.
So I'd say only a one spool.
So yeah, so we're using the same spool to do
the repairs
as well. So
and other things as well.
Yeah.
Like when we were testing the FPV rocket helicopter, we printed that rocket on using the same spool as well. Something like that. We were testing ignition gun. Something like this. When we were testing the ignition on the helicopter, rocket. On the helicopter, we did an initial test. Yes, and this is just really the same filament as that one.
Custom design.
Custom design.
As you can tell, it's got a bit of dirt on it because it's been used.
Yes, and yes, we wanted to test to see if we were going to get clean ignition at altitude. We wanted to do that before we take off.
Yeah. And it was successful, wasn't it, with the rocket helicopter?
Yeah.
Cool.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm just sticking my hands together. Straight.
Straight enough? What do you reckon? Straight enough?
Yeah.
I think so. It's about right, isn't it? Oh, no, okay. So, you can turn it back in. Try and get it somewhat straight. Hey, buddy. One. Do these ones again.
Yep, so we are winning. So it's in fact a whole plane now. So when we first started, it was multiple bits.
It was carnage before.
So it just shows you how fast it comes together once you get going. Obviously, we've got to clean up a couple little things, but
only minor stuff. What do you reckon? Is that hard?
Yeah.
It's more of a cosmetic one. Just get soldering on. Cosmetic damage. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Do you want soldering on?
What about this one? You want to put that on? Or you want to do it
solder? Do it with the filament?
Yeah.
I'll plug it back in. How are we going, guys? How are we going?
Yeah, pretty good.
How are you guys all going? Hope you're enjoying it.
A little bit different. Fixing a plane that was damaged or lost. It was fine, and then it shortly wasn't fine. So it'll be fine again. Yeah, these things go sometimes.
Yep. How are you getting on?
Oh, you got some too?
Yeah. Did you go on those? Okay, so we're putting in the what is that?
Canopy holder?
Canopy holder thing? Wait, screw the thing down on. Canopy down. Not really. And then we'll fix the little nose cone. And what else do
we need to do? You got the filament?
Yeah, I got.
Hey, got the filament? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, see you.
Cool. You ready? You do it now. Cool. Let this go again.
Okay, so he's pretty much back together now, as you can see. Just using the soldering iron to sort of give it a bit of structure. Put some structure back into it.
You reckon glue on there? I think you need to heat it. I just put a bit of glue on it.
You reckon?
Well, you're going to heat it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a crack I noticed through there.
I just put a heat on that.
Heat it through?
Yeah.
No. Might not look as cosmetically as good, but it'll be alright.
But functionally, it'll be fine.
Yes. And yes, so what do you reckon? Just put this guy together and then.
Yeah, well, it's nearly there, isn't he?
It's nearly there, so it's nearly there. It's good. And then he'll go back into the air, and he has a pusher prop. Kind of an interesting one to throw.
Yeah, comes with its own set of problems, doesn't it?
It does.
And what's the live? What's the episode next week, eh?
FPV parkour, is it?
Yeah, so free running next week or parkour. We're going to take the city whoop to a skate park, which is something that we've always wanted to do. And we're going to hit the skate park.
Yes.
And we're going to catch some FPV footage behind us.
As we run around doing.
Where we tear around the skate park there.
Doing, or trying to clear obstacles cleanly without eating the concrete.
Yeah.
So hopefully you enjoy that, something different, and keep things interesting.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Maybe we'll be able to do the maiden flight next week on the live stream.
Yeah, we'll aim for that.
We'll aim for that or week after. Depends. Just depends on time. But yeah, it'd be quite good to get this guy into the air. It's always good when you make you make something you want to see it fly.
Yeah, for sure.
So what Rich is doing is just going around and putting a little bit extra filament on a part that snapped off during the takeoff. Just filling it back up. Putting some bead lines down, as they say in the welding world. But yes, it's going together.
That's right. So it's definitely coming together. This is where we're at. See, before it was completely mutilated, and now it's not so mutilated.
Nearly back together.
Nearly back together.
And what do we need to do? We're going to add like another hole on the side of it, aren't we? Yep. We're going to cut a hole on the side of it. So a bit more air ventilation around the VTX. There's an overheat when we're sitting there on idle.
Yeah. Yeah, don't want to overheat. With 8 watts of power, you don't want things overheating if you can avoid it. But we are winning, so that's good.
We do appreciate you guys all tuning in this week. We like showing you this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Hope you enjoy it. And we're getting there.
Winning, all right.
Top side. Just putting it, filling in a hole. Might not be able to see from that angle, but we'll bring it over in a second so you can see. Hey, bring it over.
There you go. No hole now.
8 watts will overheat really fast without cooling. Yeah, for sure.
Don't you know? Yeah. Have you ever done anything with that kind of size VTX? We've done a couple of got on different builds. Some of the because we reviewed AKK's product quite a bit. They're quite good. And we did what the 4 watt, 5 watt, and
Different.
and this was the 8 watt. We did that. So yeah, so we do quite a lot of those type things.
We still like analog.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There you go. It's in one entire piece now. So
Let's
let's
go
go.
fix this nose, and then we'll see that go out.
Yeah. So we are winning.
Does that fit in that hole? No.
I don't know. Hope so.
I guess we'll find out later on. No, it's drying. We can't really. Just there. Multi-killing going on. Yes. Coming together.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, what's this thing?
Mine is a 2.5 watt, and it's really hot, and I'm planning to install an extra heatsink on it.
Nice.
Yeah, so these ones have got
A fan built in. These
it's a
ones.
built-in fan, so they can suck in air. I know some of them don't have fans, but if maybe
Yeah,
you
it's
could.
got a fan on the bottom of it.
I'm not sure whether your one has a fan on it, but I guess if you could maybe jerry rig or make a fan on the side of it, that would be quite good. It might be quite helpful.
Or it'll just direct it in.
Yeah. That way when it's stationary, it doesn't overheat. And what was the other comment? Was Rick says maybe one of those 3D printed pins would work well for welding the parts together. Yes, it would. We just don't have a 3D printed pin, but yes, it's a.
Have you ever tried one? I've never tried one. What are they? Quite good. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's right. Because you just load the filament in. Because I'm kind of effectively TIG welding at the moment, but yeah. So yeah, absolutely, you could do it that way. Yeah, you could do it that way. Pretty neat.
Yeah, I've never tried. I'm sure they work good. I mean, sort of design.
Yeah, why not? We'll do that way. Seppi says, oh, I see. He says, I think everything over 3 watt comes with a cooling fan. Yeah, I'm not sure. If it was me, I'd probably put anything over like a watt to be with a cooling fan. But what would you do, Harry?
Yeah. Well, you want good ventilation.
You don't want it to like overheat. Because what happens is when it gets to the top end, it starts dropping its power down to compensate. So
Well, some of them do.
no, they all do. But it has to. But I guess
we've never had that problem yet.
No, not with because all our ones have got fans in them. It seems to come with it. But whatever works, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're well underway on this rebuild.
Do you think that 1.2 gigahertz what you'd have to use on how much they do? Do they have fans on?
No, they're just heat sinks.
Just heat sinks in?
Yeah. I don't think they're really punching out too much heat.
Wattage. But sure, maybe somebody you comment on that one.
Okay, so this one's done.
Yeah, just keep going with that one. And it looks like it's swapping out a filament at the moment up the top there. And pretty badass machine.
It is. So, obviously, thank you everybody for tuning in today.
Yes,
It was a big deal when someone turns up.
like any event, it's always tricky to get people to turn up.
It's
But
always
when they do, it's
very nice.
yeah. That's always great.
What are you going to do? Are you going to go underneath?
I was going to add. Are you going to add some filler on these ones?
Yep. Well, for extra strength.
Yeah.
Sort of
Okay, so pretty much all the stuff's together now. It's just finishing off those little extras, making it look much better. So there you go.
Yeah, it's been kind of dry in there for a bit. Obviously, you want to do this in a well-ventilated area. Luckily, this is not inside the. This is in the workshop, so we're all good. We've got lots of vents everywhere.
That's right.
Did anybody go flying this week? Maybe Cliff went flying. Yeah.
Or on the weekend. Has any got any plans to go fly on the weekend? We might be. I think we might be heading up to the aerodrome. Do some flying, possibly. Yeah, like
Nick will be there. Fly with him.
Yeah.
You know. That is kind of quite big. There you go.
Yeah. Swap places?
Swap places. Thank you.
This says I finished my Mark 47. Mark 4. Sorry, I misread. I was like, anyway, Mark 4 7-inch FPV, and I can't wait to fly it. But unfortunately, I need my license first because FAA is quite hard on penalties here.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It's interesting. Sorry, yeah.
Better safe than sorry. So how do they? How do they rate that? Do you have to go to a certain place to get the license, or do you apply for it, or how does that sort of process happen?
Because it's kind of different over here.
That's right. It's a little different, right? I think some of them in certain countries have to have an ID tag on their aircraft and register them.
What do we do over here? How does it work?
So here in New Zealand, we use a it's a little bit more relaxed, but there's still rules coming in all the time in developing. But yeah, so we're part of a flying club, and you're welcome to fly in that area. And yep, so they got like certain rules, and you can work your way through your various tickets and work your way up to do different things. But ultimately, anyone in New Zealand can fly, just obviously not around anyone and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, and with all sensible.
Yeah, sensibility. And also there is CAAs,
which is the equivalent of the FAA that you're just talking about. But yeah,
they put out their stuff that you have to abide by, which is, you know, it's kind of common sense stuff, really.
Common sense, you know, don't fly over an airport, you know, that's just the same.
Yeah.
I can learn online and then apply for the test to get my license. Okay, so it's a written exam there. Makes sense. Is there a practical part in the exam, or is it just theoretical based? It might be just theoretical based. Yeah, and in New Zealand we use a couple of different apps to sort of notify the air traffic controller and pilots that are monitoring the airways and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
there's a couple of there's Flight Advisor in New Zealand, and there's
the AirShare app. So yeah, different. You have to use, and they haven't quite got it lined up yet, but it's a work in progress. But you sort of got to flick between the two of them to get it all sort of kosher, depending on what you're doing. Is that kind of like this? Yeah. As long as you monitor both of them, you'll be right.
we're just filling up some little holes, which have occurred, but that's okay. Just to give extra strength in there. Probably don't need to, but we wanted the best we can do.
Yeah, we're going to give it as best chance as possible.
There
you go, all the way.
But yeah, this one's looking pretty good. Yeah, we've got to just, what do you reckon? Just punch a hole in the side of that, and how's it look for live stream time?
Yeah.
And pretty good boob time, really, which isn't really that long.
No, not really. I mean, so yeah, so we just started out. If you're just joining us for the first of the live stream, if you just joined us now, we started with a broken plane that we effectively
made on live stream.
We made on live stream. It's a build series that we've been doing. So hence this is the 6th part in the series. And the last time we did it, we did a maiden flight attempt, and we effectively crashed into the ground. Not on purpose, just these things happen on takeoff. So we never got our first maiden flight out of the way. But we will do. It will happen. It inevitably will happen. And we're good. And yeah, so it broke this area. It broke that area. So we 3D printed them. And that's what we'll be doing on the live stream. As of this moment, it's pretty much repaired. We just 3D printed those. I think it was overnight just after the live stream last week, which is, I think it was on Thursday or Friday last week. And just printed them. We printed out overnight. And then
we're working on other. We had like 3 printers running that night.
Sorry, we were very busy that night. And yeah, and we printed that out and we just put them aside for this live stream.
Yes. What do you reckon? You're going to put a hot do we have hot glue here? No, I don't think we do. What are you using it for? That's it. Okay, and then we'll punch a hole in the side of that. And then, yeah, I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty close.
I think you lift it up. I think it should have. It's been sitting on the ground.
Yeah. To give you an idea of what
it looks like.
It's pretty much repaired. We might go over a couple of lines, but I think the majority of it's done. So there you go. We're going to put those back in with hot glue, but I forgot to bring the hot glue gun. So we'll do that. There you go.
Without the dangling.
Just ignore the servos that are dangling. But yeah, there you go. Look at that. You got the back on. Got these wingtips, brand new ones back on, and the nose is back on. So she's one entire piece now.
What do you reckon? Flip it up and down. We'll just punch that hole in the
yeah, you can do it with these tips. No. So we're well and truly nearly there. So Mr. Happy says it's an FAA 107 drone license for people who want to operate over 249 grams or for commercial purposes, right? Like filming, etc. and posting on YouTube platform. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
And Off Axis, thanks very much for joining. He reckons that it looks a lot bigger now. So, but
well, there's fixes and tapes for sure.
Yeah, but you can't really tell. It looks
once we take the tape off.
Once we take the tape off.
Do you want us to fly with the tape on? Take it off with speed, you reckon?
Take it off with speed.
But yes, it's coming together, and we're quite happy with it.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are too.
Yeah.
Something a bit different, you know. People don't normally see.
Yeah, people don't normally like sort of broadcast their mistakes. They tend to sort of try and hide it.
That's fair enough.
Heck yeah, speed deep. Fair enough. Rip that tape off.
I think that's what happened on the tornado flight, didn't it? On landing, it stripped the.
Yeah, that's right. The tornado
had a bit of.
Oh, when Harry flew it, when it came down, it was coming in so quick that it stripped the bottom of the tape right off the bottom of the fuselage. That's how quick it was on its landing. And Off Axis says he wants to see us fly together one day. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, sure.
Guess we have to come to Canada, right?
Yeah, sure. I saw you flying at the tiny weapon at a mall the other day, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
What was that? A Mobile 7? Maybe? maybe something similar like No Name had.
Yep, possibly.
Yeah, that's okay. The other one,
That's pretty well good.
it's all right.
Yeah. Maybe turn up to down. Oh, that's actually adhesive.
Second.
Yeah.
How's it look?
Well, it's not falling off, so that's always a positive.
Do you want to put like a box in? Oh, I can't really.
Okay. So we're pretty well there, guys. It's just doing the final touches. Offexer says, what do you say? Did you use any laminate on the bottom of the plane? So the one that we're talking about, we used so like packaging tape, I think, is what we had at the time.
Well, a diamond tape.
Diamond tape, yeah. So we used
Diamond
diamond tape, but yeah, it was so coming in so quick, they just ripped the whole thing off.
Which I've never seen that before.
No, not a diamond tape. Normally comes off, never comes off. And on this one, I think we've transitioned to duct tape, which is.
It didn't come off.
It didn't do anything. It just stayed.
But it did.
Stayed. It worked
Stayed
fine.
there.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, it was black tape too, so you couldn't tell. He's got 65 millimeters. I got it for free, and I'm okay with losing it. Probably get it back sooner or later, but it's pretty high. I had so many trolls because of the video.
Trolls. Classic.
That's Charlie Sheen, isn't it? I think he made that popular that week. For the specs of the wings, you can build it out of foam, and they come with laminate to wrap the wing in. Makes it very stiff. Right. Okay. Yeah. Our uncle, he used to make his own wings with a foam laminate, a laminate press. I think, from memory. For his particular models that he used to do. So yeah,
they're electric too. We always done electric. We didn't really do the gas.
No, we didn't really dive in the gas too much. It's quite popular in its own right. I guess if you just set up for something, you might as well just keep doing it, right?
Yeah. How's that going?
Yeah. So the K2, the K2 Plus is working away in the background there.
On another project.
On the leading edges, they wrap with a thicker or more plies of laminate to keep the edges strong. And the same with the bottom of the plane. Good tip. Yeah, no, that is that's what he did. That's what he did, all right. Yeah. Yeah, it was like a press.
Vacuum press.
I think effectively it was a vacuum press with heat. I think. But it was I think it was his own custom design. And he learned it from Cliff. Nice. Well, there you go. Sure and scary. You're good on that stuff?
Oh, I'm happy with it. Yeah, you want me to hold that? You can do it?
Yep.
I'll put it there. I'll lift this guy up.
Hold that.
Yeah. There. Very good.
Yes.
No. Yeah. There we go. Teamwork.
There's some good, some people with a lot of skills out there, that's for sure.
Look at that one, and you can pull it back.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Whoa. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Even better. Piece of cake. You got, oh. Just got a little bit of servo being glued in there a little bit. Okay. Got it? No.
Damage it.
Don't want to damage it. We'll work on it. We can still put this part together here. Careful. All right.
Nice.
Just filling in those last little bits of holes, and I think, what do you reckon? We'll wrap this guy up, and yeah.
Coming along nicely.
Yeah, for sure. And then next week is, like we were saying before, it was FPV free running. So we're going to go out there and show you our moves. Not necessarily the best moves in the world, but ones that we know. And we're going to go chase ourselves with the city whoop. And yeah.
So that rides on Tuesday.
Rise on Tuesday. Off access is. I can't quite read it. You can read it.
Hoping to get my wing ESC in soon so I can build mine. Yeah. Cinewood.
Nice.
I saw the end of your build with the Spider-Man helmet. That was pretty cool. The end result with it looked like you'd put you'd use the filament for the black parts. It looked pretty cool. It's a good result.
Sure did.
Sure did. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's clean. Thank you.
You said thanks a lot. I was mentioning
that
yours while I was doing it that day. Oh, okay.
Nice.
I remember you talking about it. Yeah, hard to remember everything.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we talked about whiskers, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you're making a moonlight helmet too.
Moonlight. Oh, yeah. Nice.
It was quite a good series, wasn't it? A bit different with the pharaohs, that kind of thing, mummies, and that kind of thing. Different kind of. Is it MARVLE or is it?
It's MARVLE. Yeah, sure. Could be wrong.
I think it's MARVLE. Well, those ones are MARVLE. Like, are you a MARVLE or DC fan? It's the favorite era.
Nice.
No,
Yes, MARVLE.
It must be MARVLE.
Oh, both. Yeah, right on. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think there's merits in both of them, right?
For sure.
No person's perfect. So.
Yeah.
MARVLE mostly there.
Nice.
It's close to your name, right? But I always like it when they do crossovers. That's really cool.
You reckon? You both crossover? Was it them?
There you go.
Here you go.
There you go.
You know. I'll leave that on.
We're winning. You reckon he should be in a crossover? Fair enough. What would you have a particular character name, or would you be called off axis? That would be, I guess, your alias, right? Yeah. What would your superpower be then? They don't always have to have a superpower, of course.
No.
They don't always superpowers.
Mouthhole.
Yeah.
Sweet. We'll just ignore that side. That never happened. LOL. These are great questions. Cheers. I always quite like Batman, but I actually really wanted to see Batman and is it the House of Owls as a movie, which is not necessarily the it's not the Joker as the bad guy, but still pretty cool series. They haven't made that one yet. I thought the Robert Pattinson one might have been that, but it turned out it was not the Riddler. But it's all good. Maybe they might make that in the next one. That's okay there. But yes, we're just seeing those big gaps that appeared, making them all look good, kosher. So then that never happened. And we'll send this guy back into the air. Another one there. Down a little. Down a little. Yep, much better. Okay. Well, that's looking a lot better.
You back here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can do it.
Sure. Yeah. Just put that out of the way. Alright, last little bit. And what do you reckon? So we'll just get it back together and then what do you reckon? Should we sign out?
Yeah, maybe. It's pretty well there now.
It is pretty much done. And then we'll send this guy into the air.
Not like right now.
we'll do an electronics test.
We'll do an electronics test. Make sure everything's working correctly, and then the fingers crossed, we'll be ready to try attempt 2.
Shortly.
Which will be
That'll be on Livestream.
hopefully either next week or the week after, depending on what we're doing or whatever happens. But we'll aim for next week. So stay tuned to that. Yeah. So that's pretty good. We can
we can probably look at the rest.
So there you go. It's pretty well intact. We might to do a couple more extra things. You see some servos and stuff hanging down, but it is pretty well there. And then we just wait for it to dry. Maybe do a little bit of airbrushing to tweak it up. Like for example, it doesn't make any sense now, does it? So maybe we'll put a bit of white on it. And
yes,
and then we'll
go and fly it.
Go and give it another flight attempt. As it says. So thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Well, thank you very much, Clift, and we'll see you when we see you.
Yes, and we'll go and sign out ourselves. So
yeah. So thank you very much.
Cheers, my man.
And we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you in a successful second maiden flight attempt.
Yes,
which would have been better if we had done it the first time, but sometimes it doesn't always go the way it's planned. And off-axis says,
"Darn you guys, and you have nice weather."
Yes, we do seem to have some good weather at the moment.
Yes, we'd probably normally be out. We probably wouldn't normally.
Another light went up.
Oh,
thanks very much.
Yeah, probably normally we'd probably be walking around with our shirts off, but we're on live stream, so we've got them on. But there you go, that's kind of the kind of heat level we're talking about. There you go. So we'll go and sign out, and I'll just go and pick the laptop up. We'll put it over there, and
we'll have a look at the progress and what's going on behind us.
Yes. What's up? Nothing.
Put that up.
As we go by.
Give a little bit of update on what's happening with the K2. There he goes. He's working on something. And there's the CFS working. Oh, hang on, I'll wait. So it's winding out the blue at the moment. And then it's going to replace it with something. Rick says, have a great one, guys. Well, thank you very much. We'll endeavor to do our best.
So we'll do our
traditional sign out.
We'll do our traditional sign out. And thanks so much all for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. And yes, so look forward to the maiden flight of this guy. Hopefully all the electronics and all that side sorts out. I'm pretty sure it is all good. And we'll see each other on Tuesday next week for FPV parkour. Yes, parkour. So there you go. So I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard. And we have to thank all our sponsors. Thanks very much for them. And remember to check out the links. And we have to thank you most importantly of all for tuning in.
Yes, we
and
appreciate
being
it.
part of the H&R Dream Racing show.
Yes.
Because you can't do it without you. So thanks.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Abby said, thank you guys. You're very welcome. And thanks so much. Okay, so here we go. And we'll see each other on Tuesday. And 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. See you guys. See you next week, Tuesday. See you then.
FPV parkour.
Thanks so much. It was fun.